Hi guys, today we're gonna learn how to make a very simple game in Scratch. So we could start with the Scratch cat. Make sure that you change the sprite name right here to player or cat or whatever you want. Last time's tutorial, we learned how to move sprites in Scratch, and in this simple game we're gonna use one of those methods that we learned in our previous video to move our cat. For this tutorial, I'm gonna use method 2, but you could use method 1 if you want. So to do method 2, get a when green flag clicked, scroll down, and get this forever loop so that our moving scripts could run forever. Then go to motion and get a change X by and a change Y by, and put them inside the forever loop. It doesn't matter which order you put it will still work. Then go to operators and get 2 multiply blocks and put them in the change X and change Y. And at the ends here, you could put like a random number. But the smaller the number, like the closer to 0, the slower our character will move. But the closer to like a big number, like 50 or 20 or even 100, that will make our Scratch cat move faster. And like we said in our previous video, 6 is about like a good speed, so put 6 on both ends of the multiply blocks, like so. Then get 2 minus blocks and make sure the left side of the minus block is going on the left side of our multiply block so that it could go in, and make sure to do that on both sides. Then go to sensing and grab 4 key space pressed blocks, like so. Then change it to up, down, down, left, and right. And you could do that by clicking the darker part of the block like this. Then get the key right arrow pressed and put the left side of the key right arrow pressed to the left side of the minus block, like that. And for the key left arrow pressed, get the left side of the key right arrow pressed on the right side of the minus block. And then do the same thing for up and down, making up arrow go first and then down arrow. So if we click the green flag, you see that our cat could move. If you want to add a backdrop, you can. So in order to add a backdrop, you click this long area that says stage on top. Click on it, and then click on the paintbrush and where it says backdrops, click there. And then down here, you see this button. Click on it, and then you have all of these different backdrops to choose from. You could choose whatever you want, it doesn't matter. But for my game, I'll choose Beach Malibu. So you could delete this first backdrop by clicking the trash can. And here's our backdrop. Now that we've done all that, click this cat with a plus on top. And then you could choose something that our scratch cat could collect. You could choose whatever you want. Also, doesn't matter. But for my game, I'll choose the apple. I think it's a little bit too big right now. So if you go here and the size, you could change it. I'm probably going to do a 70. 70 is good for the apple. So in the apple, go to events and get a when green flag clicked. I wonder why it doesn't show the flag. Oh, there it is. So, and then go to motion and grab this go to random position block. In order to test that, click the green flag a bunch of times and see what happens with the apple. It goes to a random position just like the block says. And then we go to control and get a forever loop. And then get an if then, put it in. Then go to sensing and get the very first block that says touching mouse pointer. And by clicking the darker part, choose player, like so. Then we could get another go to random position from motions category. So we click the green flag. As you can see, when our cat touches the apple, our apple moves to a new random position. If this is not what's happening in your game, you might want to check the code and see if you missed anything. So now in the apple, go to the second to last category here that says variables. You could right click this that says my variable, then click delete my variable. We won't be needing that. Then click make a variable and you'll see this screen. Make sure to call your new variable name score. And make sure it's for all sprites. Then click OK. Then you could right click on the score and then click this option that says large readout, and as you can see, this is what it turns to. So at the beginning of the when green flag clicked, get the first block that says set score to 0 and put it right here. And then after the go to random position at the bottom here, we could put a change score by 1. Then if we test it, as you can see, works. Every time we get an apple, our score increases. But you probably saw that sometimes the apple goes near the scratch cat again and we get another point. There are lots of ways to fix this, but if we go to control and scroll down and we see this wait until block, and then we could go to operators and get a not. They could duplicate this touching player by right clicking it and clicking duplicate, and then putting the left side of the touching player on the left side of the not block. So if you check that, as you can see, it works fine now. We don't get a lot of score sometimes if the apple gets too close to us. So yeah, now it's time to add a timer. So in our player sprite, get a new when green flag clicked. Then go to variables and click make a variable and then call it timer for all sprites. You could also make this the large readout just like we did for our score. So here, get a set score to 0, and by clicking score, you see we'll get this options list and click timer. It could set the timer to, for example, 20. Then go to control and get a wait 1 second. And then scroll down and get this repeat until block. And then go to operators and get this equals block. And on the right side, put 0. And on the left side, put timer. And make sure the left side of timer is on the left side of the equals block. And then we could get this change score by 1 and go to then clicking score and then click timer, and instead of 1, put -1 and put it inside the repeat until. Then go to control and get another wait 1 second block. And at the very bottom, get this block that says stop all and control, and make sure to scroll down. So when we start our game, it's 20 and it's decreasing. Oh yeah, and we're trying to collect as many apples as we can before the timer runs out. That's the objective of a game. So when the timer runs out, as you can see, our player stops moving, and as you can see, it got 13 apples in 20 seconds. So yeah, that's our simple game right there. You could improve this farther by adding a end screen background, probably even some sand when you collect an apple. Maybe add some enemies that if the scratch cat touches the enemies, you lose 1 point. But that's up to you. So, see you next time, guys.